All right, hello, welcome to the weather update. It's 9:30 on May 14th, 2021. A warmer day today, but still plenty of sunshine. There was a sea breeze, mainly on the South Shore, because when I got back to Mineola, it was warm, man. It was warm. I actually had to put my air conditioner on because it's that warm here in Mineola compared to the South Shore. And the fact is, I face an alleyway, and it's just it's just hell.
Oh, I hate this place!
So yeah, I'd rather be on the South Shore, but that's what it is. We're gonna look at these temperatures in a minute, so let's go ahead and look at the current temperatures out there because it's a lot warmer in the middle of the island. At least it felt that way. It's saying 63 in Mineola versus in Lynbrook. Yeah, it's saying 62 in Lynbrook. I don't know. It felt cooler than that there. South Shore generally a lot cooler. Yeah, it's around 60 on the South Shore. As the middle of the island, it's still in the mid 60s. Really holding on to the heat. So really just, and then you got the alley, so forget it. I mean, I'll just put the air conditioner on. That's it. And you can see it looks like a light westerly wind, so that's part of the problem. The sea breeze isn't really penetrating that much inland. We did have a sea breeze earlier on, but other than that, it's gotten a lot warmer now. So looking out east, let's see what we got out east. I know somebody has a Canaan Lake. I don't know if this is your station. One of my viewers has a Canaan Lake station at Canaan Lake in North Patchogue. Maybe it's this one here. But that is you. Yeah, it's going to be a little warm for you too, but it's still cooler for you than it is for me in Mineola right now. Really holding on to the heat. Let's go in the city. They're even holding it on to even more, close to 70 still at LaGuardia Airport in Manhattan. So they're holding on to the heat too as well. So let's go look at the other map here for the temperatures. So again, got temperatures here, 63 at Carl Place, but it's 60 in Wantor. So yeah, it is cooler there, but you can see that light westerly wind. Yeah, it's and you can see that's still reporting near 70. That's still reporting 70 at LaGuardia, 65 in Central Park. Now let's see how they're doing in New Jersey. Darn it, it's actually cooler in Toms River than it is in Mineola. A lot cooler. 56 right now in downtown Toms River and Miller Air Park west of the Toms River, 55. So wow, it's cooler in Toms River than it is in Mineola right now. That's really something. Usually it's always hotter there. So let's go take a look at what the high temperatures were today across the area. So got into the mid-70s pretty much everywhere, including the South Shore before the sea breeze came in. So 75, 73 at Farmingdale was the high, 74 at Islip, 75 at Brookhaven Airport, 73 at West Hampton. So yeah, everybody pretty much got into the mid-70s today. Let's see, move it back west again. And, of course, the North Shore even hotter, 79 in Glen Cove, 76 at LaGuardia was the high. Let's see Central Park, 76 as well. JFK, 73. Let's see what I got up to in New Jersey. The Toms River, let's see how Toms River looks. That's notoriously a hot spot. And it seems to be missing data. Nothing showing up for Toms River for the highs. Oh, there it is, 75. So 73 in downtown Toms River. So not really that different from here, really. Actually, only 69 right around Longbridge. It seems like they got a better sea breeze off the Jersey Shore than we did. How's that? That's kind of weird. Right. So let's go look at. So we're gonna look at some of these observations here in detail, and we'll look and see how the how it was in the middle. We'll first look at Carl Place, and we'll look at how the day went. So here is your graph for Carl Place. You see temperatures in the mid-70s right through. Yeah, it didn't really drop out of the 70s until almost after 6 o'clock. The sea breeze really took a really long time to get to the middle of the island. Versus the South Shore, which the South Shore was so much nicer. It's like, it's bad enough that they get everything and they have a better quality of life, but, it's cooler there, too. That's the other thing. So now we compare that with Wantaw, for instance. All right, so we'll compare it with Wantaw. You can see, yeah, it was a lot. It was in the 70s, mid 70s, but then it dropped. After 5 o'clock, it dropped into the 60s, and yeah, it was a more significant sea breeze there. Definitely, you can see that. Definitely more significant sea breeze. I mean, this stuff just interests me, what can I say? More significant sea breeze there. Now we're going to compare this to New Jersey, because it seemed like they had a really good sea breeze in New Jersey. So 57, it'd be cooler if I was in New Jersey right now. I mean, it does cool off at night there because, again, it's not all like a concrete. Mineola is like a heat island unto itself because of all the freaking buildings we have here, all the big buildings. So let's see, 57. So let's see, 70. It was in the mid-70s, and then it dropped. Yeah, it dropped. It waited until a lot later, though. But it did. Once that sea breeze came in around 6 o'clock, it dropped quick there. We didn't really get that effect in the middle of the island at all. So, yeah, quite interesting, to say the least. But, yeah, that's pretty much what it looks like today with the weather. The other thing is the pollen is very high. This is another reason why my air conditioner's on. This is a pollen map, and you'll see almost New York is entirely in the red. We're high pollen levels right now. Very high pollen levels. It's so bad, literally. I mean, I just wiped a whole bunch of, like, green film off of everything inside, like, in the... I mean, covered everything, inside my place. And I wiped it yesterday, and today it returned. So 1 day's worth, literally so much pollen out there that it's unbelievable, the pollen levels. We're going to look at the pollen count for, let's see. There's no pollen, I'd like an actual pollen count, but I guess they don't give me one. Continue, let's see. Rain in the high range. There's nothing really, let's see, alright, pollen count very high. I mean, I think I don't remember the pollen being this bad. It's like covering everything. So that's another reason why the air conditioner is on today. Because I'm probably going to have it on tomorrow, so I think we'll just have it on every day now. The only thing that sucks is, God forbid, you get a storm and the power's out here, and there's no way to move the air around. This place will be inhabitable. If that happens. But anyway, we'll worry about that situation when it happens. Right? Let's get to the weather forecast. So we're going to look at the models right now. Actually, I want to look at the skies go over that. We have fairly clear skies. We did have the cumulus pops up. See, the News 12 isn't going to go into detail like this. So let's see. This is look at all the cumulus over New Jersey. That might have helped keep things cooler as they have more clouds. Long Island was fairly clear, but there was some afternoon clouds. And you clearly see what was going on here, where the sea breeze front was. And you clearly see, we draw this out, actually. Draw this out. Put the sea breeze front in this color here. You can sort of see where the sea breeze front was, right where these clouds are. That's the sea breeze front right there. Actually, it's a little more like this. Let me get that a little thinner. Size is a little thinner. So this is your sea breeze front right here. This is it right here. This is your sea breeze front. Actually, right there like that. That's your sea breeze front. So you had sea breeze here on Long Island coming from the south, and in New Jersey it comes a little more from the east. But you can get a sea breeze in New Jersey. It can happen, and this is an example of it. Right here, which is kind of surprising, but hey, you do get that sea breeze, which is really interesting. You can see, and in fact, they were mostly sunny, even in. So the next layer, that one doesn't work. So they actually were mostly sunny, actually, in Ocean County today. Clouds developed, but then they moved in pretty quick. Right there. So it's kind of interesting there. You can see there had that nice sea breeze in Ocean County, which was kind of surprising. We look at the observations from the airports. You'll see. I mean, I just like going over this. It's very interesting. So you can see we had partly cloudy skies for a time in the afternoon. You could see that where that sea breeze. Ice slip, that's the one I want. You can see they were reporting a few clouds. Southwest wind, you can see it went from northwest to southwest. And then when we go and we look at this stuff is just very interesting. So I'm sorry if I'm spending a lot of time on it, but it's very interesting to me. Let's see. They actually did cloud up pretty good in the Miller Air Park. Overcast, mostly cloudy, partly cloudy. So if we go back to this, I guess the airport is right over here. So I guess the clouds were like right over there. But if you were like east of the Parkway, you were mostly sunny. But west of the Parkway, you probably had a lot more clouds. And if you're east of the Parkway, you get a little more of that sea breeze influence. Okay. Let's get to the outlook right now. So we have high pressure that is over us, that is still continuing to sit over us, and it will be over us again tomorrow, which means another sunny day. And you can still see it sort of over us on Sunday, keeping the rain at bay. And you can see not really a whole lot of rain. This thing, high pressure kind of ridge just hangs out all week long, and then it moves off the coast as we get toward Wednesday. And this is when things are going to start heating up. And when you get that southwest flow, you'll see what's going to be happening is you're going to be getting this flow right here. So it's going to be coming out. This is not a good setup for heat, because what's going to happen is it's going to go like this, and then it's going to go like this, which is a westerly component to the wind. We'll make that a little bigger, back to 40. So this is like a westerly component here with this setup, and that's going to bring in the heat as we get into Wednesday. And you see here that high is going to sit there. Here we are Thursday. It's not moving. Friday. Things are very dry, too. We're not really seeing a whole lot of rain. We'll see scattered showers, but... And then it's developing something tropical again, right in the Gulf. We're not even in June yet, but again, with climate change, you see that more. And then things get a little more unsettled as you head toward the end of the month. Perhaps we'll see things get a little more unsettled. But this means a dry pattern for us. We can look at the upper air. Similar type of deal here. So here's the pattern is going to the weekend. Slight trough off the coast. But then you see that ridge build. Big ridge in the east. Huge ridge. It's going to keep me above normal conditions. And then you could see maybe a cutoff toward the end, which might bring some unsettled weather. But that is a ways off, of course. So let's go look at the European. And we'll see what the European has. So, pretty much in agreement. Yeah, it looks just like the GFS, pretty much. That's what I thought. So let's go look at the temperature anomaly chart, and you'll see how this all translates. So as we head into tomorrow, you'll see we start going a little bit above. We're a little bit above normal today. We're going to be a little bit above. We're going to be a little more above normal tomorrow, and then you can see some cooler air just off to the west. But we're going to still probably be close above normal on Sunday a little bit. You can see Long Island's painted in the above normal. But then things really start get cranking once you get to it Wednesday. You start seeing some more above normal temperatures. It's actually not as bad as I think it's going to be worse than that, honestly, with that setup, with the way that high is. I think it's going to be warmer than the GFS is saying it's going to be. But then you can see it's definitely solidly above normal for a while next week. So get a closer look now, and let's go and look at our temperatures as we head into tomorrow. And I guess I'll start with the We'll start with the HRRR. So here's the HRRR 0Z run, and let's go and move this forward. So tonight, maybe it'll cool down. I don't think it's going to get as cool tonight, honestly. Oh, that's the other thing I forgot to look at. What were the low temperatures last night with the radiational cooling? I forgot to look at that. Okay. All right, I'll pull this map back out again. Let me go. All right, we'll go to that. I know I made a mistake. There's a lot of stuff to talk about, even though there's not a whole lot going on. Let's see what the lows were last night. So, oh, look at that. West Hampton, 33. 33 in West Hampton, 43 in Shirley, 45 in Ronkonkoma, 46. So we got down to the mid-40s. Even here, I think we got down to the mid-40s. Let's see. Oh, yeah, 42 in Carl Place. So, yeah, so it really did drop into the mid-40s last night. It was quite chilly before it warmed up And probably similar type of deal in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River too, probably. Yep, 34. And 39 in downtown. So, yeah, it cooled off last night. Again, the dry air, that's what the dry air does. So, yeah, I wanted to show that to you. So, let's move this forward here. So, as we get into tomorrow, you'll see it'll warm up mid to upper 70s. I think some areas make it close to 80. North Shore, maybe even central Nassau, the city, maybe interior parts of New Jersey. And then we see that drop off again Sunday, and then similar deal for Sunday, warming up into the 70s again. We'll go ahead and look at the dew points. I think the humidity continues to stay low as we head into tomorrow, which is why we stay dry. Yep, dew points pretty much stay in the 30s and 40s. So low dew points. And then maybe we start seeing it come up a little bit Sunday, but still staying dry. And you'll notice the wind flow from the west, light from the west. There'll be a sea breeze in the afternoon. That'll help the South Shore. Won't do that much for the middle of the island. And there might even be a sea breeze in Jersey again, looking at this. And then, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm looking at the dew points, so you're looking at the wind arrows. And then Sunday, more of a westerly flow with the sea breeze again, probably developing. The other thing that we look at here, again, I'm using this because it shows the wind barbs along with the dew points. The other thing that we're going to go ahead and look at is the chance for precipitation. There really ain't much, all right? The only chance is a couple of showers inland that might wind up developing. And this is along a sea breeze front that might, but you can see the air is very dry. So this would be basically from a lapse rate because there's still cool air aloft. And that could push some of the cumulus into cumulus congestus and perhaps even cumulonimbus or shower, maybe even a thunderstorm. This is mostly likely from just west of the city through central Jersey, according to this HRRR. Sunday, it's more widespread, I think. I only have out to 17Z on this. So we'd have to switch to the NAM and use the 18Z NAM to look at Sunday. So let's move this 18Z NAM along. This is the 3, NAM 3. And we'll move this into Sunday. So you see, Sunday is a little more, the activity is a little more pronounced over Connecticut, north of the city, but generally does not affect Long Island at all. So now that we're done with that, let's go look at the skies. This is the NAM. All right. We start off, I think we're going to have another day with sunshine again. The clouds inland, over New Jersey, over Connecticut, and maybe over the middle part of Long Island. But other than that, sunny again tomorrow. Sunday is when we're going to be dealing with some more clouds, more mid-level, more high-level clouds around. And that's when we're going to be dealing with some clouds. But tomorrow, I think we have another mostly sunny day again. So just a few of those cumulus clouds in the middle of the island that might pop up along the sea breeze frontal boundary. Here is the GFS model, which shows a lot more in the way of clouds for tomorrow. And it has a mostly cloudy day on Sunday. We'll have to see what happens with that. Let's go to the RGEM. So here is the RGEM for tomorrow, and you'll see there's going to be cumulus again popping up probably. Maybe a little more of the cumulus tomorrow. But if you're on the South Shore and the East End, you probably won't see that as much of it. And then a lot more of the high-level clouds. You can see these are high-level clouds in the forecast for Sunday. But I still think we'll see another mostly sunny day tomorrow. So let's go and back to the GFS, and we're going to go ahead and look at these temperatures. The temperature forecast as we get into Sunday. So Sunday, you'll see another day, maybe a little cooler if there's more clouds around. Other than that, here's Monday. So normal high is around the low 70s, so that is normal, but we're going a little bit above normal. I think the model's kind of underestimating. I think it's really underestimating the temperatures. I think it's going to be warmer. I think we're going to be mostly above normal, a little bit above normal. And then by Wednesday, we start getting much above normal. You see, according to this, close to 80 degrees, I think. And if that wind is west, it will probably, most sites are going to hit 80, at least 80 on Wednesday. And then even warmer for Thursday, into the 80s, I think. Perhaps, I think this is underestimating, and I think it'll be even warmer. That way that high is setting up, I think we're going to be in for a little heat, more than a little heat. So expect 80s at least for Wednesday and Thursday next week. and then maybe we can drop it back a little bit for Friday. But you can still see, look at that, maybe pushing 90 over Jersey on Friday. So, yeah, and you can see this looks like a backdoor cold front type setup for next Sunday setting up. Whether that'll happen or not, that's a ways away. Let's go to Ventu Sky now. And we're going to look at this as far as the temperatures go for tomorrow. Let's move this into tomorrow here. 1 p.m. we'll start off. And you can see much warmer inland. Well, in the upper 70s. I think we're going to get close to 80 in the middle of the island tomorrow. South Shore, you can clearly see that sea breeze right there developing at 1. And also a sea breeze on the Jersey Shore as well. Again, if you're east of the Parkway, you'll get a sea breeze. West of the Parkway in the deserts, it's going to be hot. Let's go to 3. And you'll see the sea breeze maybe making a little more headway into the middle of the island here. A little bit. And also making headway into New Jersey as well. Let's go move this along to 5 o'clock. And you'll see, again, the more of a sea breeze is going to develop tomorrow. And hopefully, maybe it'll bring relief to the middle of the island much later in the afternoon, like after 5 o'clock. And then we go to 8 o'clock. And we see that, again, there is a southerly flow here, at least. It won't be too brutal. But if we move this along, let's go to Wednesday here. It's going to just go to the GFS, I believe, here. This would be Wednesday on the GFS. You can see here. It looks like it does have a sea breeze, but very hot in New Jersey. Let's go to Thursday. Yeah, it's going to be pretty hot. So, and I think the GFS is undoing it. It's the only model that we have that we can use right now. That we can use for this. So, lastly, let's go to the Climate Prediction Center and look at the climate outlook, and then I wrap it up. You can see the West is really in a drought situation. Fortunately, we're not, but if this dry weather continues, we might. Looking at the 6 to 10 day outlook, you will see here that the temperatures across the east above normal to much above normal, especially in the Great Lakes area, much above normal, below normal in the west. Precipitation below normal for the east coast, to the northeast, at least down in the mid-Atlantic. And then we go to the 8 to 14, and that similar trend continues. So, with that will wrap up this weather update. Even though we've had not a lot of stormies to talk about, a lot of weather to talk about, because you have a lot of interesting local variations in this kind of pattern that I find very interesting and really should be discussed more. News 12 used to be very good with that when Bill Corbell was the meteorologist, but now with Samantha Augeri, it's all sugar-coated garbage forecasting that they have over there at News 12. It's such a shame. It used to be one of the best places for weather, local weather. Now it's one of the worst. That's going to wrap up this weather update. Take care, and thanks for watching.